Hello guys, welcome to another reading. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Apparently a lot already. Actually, let me reshuffle these because if they're meant to be, they're gonna be coming out again anyways. But we have the Six of Cups and then the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so there's something from your childhood that you need to have a little bit more patience with. I think what I'm hearing is that you're trying to rush through your healing, like to get done as much as possible, and you need to stop putting pressure on yourself, okay? Certain areas in your life or topics are easier to digest or like heal when the moment is right, okay? So abandonment wounds just came up. So when you get triggered by someone else showing abandonment symptoms, or like they're just gonna up and leave you, when that feeling gets triggered, that's when you should be doing the healing, and not just feel like, oh, I need to heal every little area of this abandonment wound. I mean, you can do like certain prompts and all that, but the biggest shift and healing is gonna happen in the moment where it happens, in the moment where someone is abandoning you, and you have to regulate your nervous system. You have to choose peace over chaos. You have to make sure that your inner child in that moment is soothed and comforted and all those things. So healing is linear. You cannot force a lot of the healing. There's only a certain point that you can get to the healing by, like, say, shadow work prompts, journaling, whatever it is. Most of the things that you need to heal, you're gonna heal in the moment, like literally right as you are experiencing that situation. We have the Two of Wands in reverse and then the Seven of Wands. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. Like, you cannot prepare for it, and that's when it will catch you the most off guard. And that's when you need to do self-soothing. Make sure your nervous system is regulated. Shift the story in your mind. For example, let's say, again, we're just gonna keep on the topic of abandonment issues because that seems to be the theme, but let's say someone's actively, for example, ghosting you. Instead of chasing after them and like freaking out and feeling like you need to bound them to you, in those moments where you feel like spiraling about like, oh, what did I do? What did I say wrong? Like, what made that person upset that they want to leave me right now? That's when the healing happens, because you have to remind yourself it's not your problem. You're not responsible for other people's reaction. What can you do in this moment to help yourself and regulate yourself? All those things. That's where the biggest healing happens. You know, you can teach yourself self-soothing beforehand and all that. That's the work you can prepare yourself for, basically. But everything else, most of the time, I would say like 80% of the time, 70 to 80% depending, of the healing happens in the moment. And a lot of people don't know that, or they don't recognize it, or in general it's not really talked about. They're all like, do these self-help books, do these prompts and all that, but when you get triggered in your reality, when someone is mirroring something that you're trying to heal, that's where the biggest shifts happen. That's when the breakthrough happens. That's when the cycle breaks. Okay, let's see what else. Seems like we're talking today about healing. Ace of Wands, then the Page of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this is a new beginning for you. Spirit is acknowledging or showing you right now with this reading that you're not making the effort of looking what's happening in here. You're trying to avoid certain things. You're not trying to take accountability of certain wounds that need to be healed. And this is not saying like, again, throw yourself into it, try to heal this as quickly as possible. This is spirit highlighting and saying the inner world is very unbalanced right now, okay? And you're hyper dependent. You feel like you don't need anyone, you need to do everything on your own. No one can help you with this situation, no one will get you about this situation. So why would you ask for help? Release that, okay? It's okay to ask for help. Doesn't matter how many people disappointed you about the thing being like, you ask them for help and then they don't show up, so you have this internal story of like, if you want something done, you just have to do it yourself. You need to release that and narrate, like change the narrative, okay, please. It's only putting you in a spot where you feel like there will never be the support that you need. You will never get the support that you need. And in order to attract the support that you need to change that narrative. Otherwise, you will always stay stuck on it. We have the Two of Swords here, the Hierophant, and then the Six of Pentacles. This is kind of confirming a little bit already what I said. The Hierophant here can be that you need to reteach yourself. And the Six of Pentacles is giving and receiving, okay? I give you something, you do something for me. Kind of like that type of energy. So, you're probably the type of person when someone needs support and help, you're there. You're the first one to show up, right? That's a type of support that you would wish for yourself. Okay, so instead of narrating and saying like, ugh, I'm always there for everyone, but no one's ever there for me. Why don't you just start telling yourself that the type of support that you gave other people is always reciprocated, and that you always experience the type of support that you need. People love supporting you. People literally go out of their way to do nice things for you. It's all about what is the story that you tell yourself. And yeah, I mean, I did stumble upon the word because it's not an easy word if you're not a native English speaker, but maybe even start working on your throat chakra. If you want to work on something specifically because you feel like you need to do something, work on your throat chakra, expressing yourself, communicating things, okay? And it's gonna take a while. You're gonna feel very uncomfortable. I mean, when I made a group chat for my family and threw my channel link in there, and I was like, hi, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and play the videos in the background so I could achieve the 4,000 watch hour regulation that YouTube has to get monetized quicker. That would be appreciated because my family always says, if you need something, let us know. And in general, I don't need really anything from them, but I was like, you know what, this is actually something that they could help me. So I just made the group chat, threw in the message, threw in the link, and I was like, do your job, you know? I felt so uncomfortable doing that. I felt cringy about doing it, but it was also, I show up for other people always, especially as a former people pleaser. I would always put other people before me, help them out with their problems, but never ask for help when I had problems or needed even emotional support. I would just pretend that was fine, and this is why that group chat was so weird for me. But, you know, I did it, and I was like, I don't care actually who's gonna do it and who isn't, because I'm not here to be like resentful. I was just like, if you want to help me out, fine. You said you're gonna help me out when I need something, there you go. I took them up on the offer. And here's the thing, that's something that you need to do as well. You have to be even open for other people to help you out, right? They don't know if you need help if you don't actively say like, hey, can you help me out with this? We have the Five of Wands, which is conflict here. Let's see. Not too dark. It was sunny just a few minutes ago. We have the sun. Allow yourself to be seen and also celebrate it here in a way, because you know you want to support, right? So you're also going to achieve certain things, and maybe it's even like the achievement of something that hinders you because you feel like, what's the judgment going to be when I achieve this? The Magician. It's time to take back the control over your life. Let's see what the fairy deck has to say. Okay, that was fast. You have the capabilities and the strength. But it does not mean that you cannot have support. It's a little bit dark, so let's see. Okay, so as you can see here, there's animals surrounding the fairy. Not necessarily holding her hand through what she's doing, but they're there, they're present, ready to help her out any moment. Spirit is saying, have that openness as well. There's certain things that, yes, definitely you can do on your own, and maybe in the beginning you can do it, but what if midway you need help? Are you just gonna push through by yourself, or are you gonna ask for help? Next card is movement. Could be literally so many different things here. It could be that you need to move, literally work out, get the energy going. You have a lot of stuck energy in your body, especially I'm seeing hip area and was it left or right that I just, yeah, kind of like left side. Shoulder where it's just stuck. Could be a work incident that you had, like I saw a construction place and a bakery. So some type of work incident. You have that energetic trauma there that you need to release. But also, movement, working out is going to give you the clarity that you need. It's going to give you then also ideas, downloads. I get a lot of good ideas when I go out on my daily walks because, first of all, fresh air, change of environment, and different energy. Because, first of all, I'm moving, the energy is moving through my body, but also the environmental energy brings up that spark. Then we have your wish will be fulfilled. Stop worrying. Everything always works out in your favor. Ask for what you need. I said it. Again, even if it's support, ask for it. And then we have going away. So sometimes it's okay to take a break. I'm not saying go on like a 3-month vacation, but like even a weekend trip. Even a staycation, just to get the mind literally start up like fresh neurons, like make new neural pathways. Like you're just in like a routine of same old, and that's why it's difficult for you to kind of like break out of it, because you're just so like that routine. You could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, so you need a little bit of that flexibility of just breaking the pattern a little bit, even in your own life and routine. I've been thinking about like changing my upload schedule and when I film and all that, because it's been almost 3 years that I always record my videos on like my Reiki videos on a Tuesday and edit on a Wednesday and then upload on Wednesday, and the same for my tarot readings on my Patreon and all that. And I was like, I think I need to shake it up. I need to get accustomed to a new habit and schedule, and it's to keep my mind alive and my brain and get me into that thinking stage, because when you start a new habit again, new neural pathways and all that are being formed, and it just keeps the brain active. And you know, in today's day and age with doom scrolling, it is needed. Okay, let's see what the High Priestesses have to say. Lately I've been really liking this deck. Strong words. Okay, the child of a high priestess is blessed. Some upcoming pregnancies for people trying to get pregnant. Go ahead. Do it as many times as necessary. Until that pregnancy test says pregnant. We do not stop. We do not lose hope. Everyone in the comment section, come together. Let's bless that child. Let's give that person the energy so they can get their wish. Feel the energies and they will lead you. Basically dance with you forward. Yellow dress. Well, maybe you also need to check your sacral chakra. But sacral chakra. Maybe that one too. I want to say solar plexus. But white dress, purity, innocence, wonder. Okay? Stop being so strict with life. We have a lot of cards here. We have the magic of community. Again, you can't be doing everything on your own. You're not meant to. Again, this is so interesting. You're responsible for the past, present, and future. So as I said, just because in the past people were not there for you, it does not mean it has to continue this way. You need to change the narrative. Animals that share or like come across your path are gonna open up your heart. They could be like little messengers, basically, you know. When you see an animal while you're walking or just going somewhere, in that moment, as soon as you see that animal, unless you're driving, I need you to look up the spiritual meaning of seeing that, okay? Everything is a synchronicity in life. And then we have you're a student of Lady Nada and everything's pink. So maybe your favorite color is pink, you're pink girly. Your divine feminine energy definitely is awakening. And this is why asking for help and letting yourself be helped is super important, because it's feminine energy. The feminine energy receives, accepts, also nurturing the connections and all that. I saw the image of a wolf. Your lone wolf era, maybe like in the area where you live there are a lot of wolves, I don't know, or a lot of people are more like closed off and in solitude. So maybe like even moving, maybe you need to move and go into a different like city or state or whatever, maybe even country, who knows. Italy popped up, so if you've been thinking about moving to Italy, you're gonna be forced to be an extrovert in Italy. You cannot be an introvert in Italy. It's a little bit difficult. But yeah, you need to get out of your typical environment, okay? What do I want the emoji for today to be? Maybe a little sun. Okay, let's throw in a sun emoji. And let's keep it simple. It's safe to be seen. Because I think like you guys have a lot of visibility wounds where you felt that you had to always hide or that you didn't need anything. That's why you became so hyper independent, because when you didn't need anything, then your parents were happy. Then you were not making trouble. So I feel like this is very deep in a child wound. But again, as I said, heal it when the trigger comes up. Do the preparations that you can, but the true deep healing happens when you get triggered in that moment, because someone brings it out of you. I hope this reading gave you the clarity that you needed. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more and to help this channel grow and bring the message to whoever needs to hear this. I will see you guys in the next reading. Until then, bye bye.